We'll get through this. Be brave.
What does brave have to do with it? You're still together.
Okay, everyone ready?
No.
Take 406. Uh-huh.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Hi, everyone. Jeff here.
Hey everyone, it's Jeff. I hope you're doing well. Today I'm joined by my sister.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
And my mom.
Hi, I'm Adrienne.
And we're going to talk a little bit about how my transition affected them. And I've got your questions here, so here we go. You ready?
Okay.
You bet.
Okay. Why are you cheating? Don't look at the...
I wasn't reading over your shoulder.
What was your initial reaction to me coming out? Well, Mom, I told you, and Dad before I told you.
Yeah.
So...
Right.
You were the first person of the family that I told.
Correct. And you want the story of how you did this?
You can go for it, sure.
Sure. It's never probably easy for anybody to come out with something so monumental in your life. And this munchkin caught me in the car in the middle of a car wash. So there was no escape, even if I had been inclined to do so.
I planned it that way.
Yes.
Yeah. I drove her to a car wash and told her in a car wash.
Right. And I think probably most parents have a feeling when there's something going on in their child's life. My first thought when he said, "Mom, I have something to tell you," was that he was going to tell me he was lesbian. And then he said he was transgender. And my first thing out of my mouth was, "What's that?"
Because this was back in about 2012. So there wasn't anything really prominent in the media at that time. It still wasn't something that a lot of people knew. So I had to explain what
Right.
that was.
And then it seemed like every place I looked, there was something in the media, on television, in the newspapers.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since, it's been a topic that people can talk about, which is good.
So Jenny, how was it for you then?
I mean, it was unexpected to a certain extent, I guess. You just posted a picture where you'd gotten your hair cut and donated all, locks of love or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, my initial reaction had been, oh my gosh, you've cut all this hair off, you're going to be perceived as a boy. And then you told me, partly because Mom told you it was time to tell me, like, oh, you should tell Jenny about this thing, like, it's a really important thing, because we were on a family vacation at the time. And so you came out with it, and I guess I knew what it was, but I didn't know what it was, because I wasn't sure what that really meant for you, because I don't think you actually told me how you felt.
Yeah.
Other than that you identified this way.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was thinking, well, is that just how you dress, or
What does that actually
what does
mean?
it actually mean? And but other than that, it's your life.
It's now or never. Would you change anything about how I came out to you? Is there a better way that you could have thought that it would have went?
No, I don't. Like I say, I don't know that there is a good way to come out with something that, personal. I'm glad that it was not in a public place.
No, I wouldn't have done that, no. What about you? Would you have preferred me to have called you? Would you have preferred me to send you a letter?
Oh, well, that'd be weird, I guess, because then there's no back and forth. As far as I remember, I didn't respond in any negative way. I mean, it's a big change.
Yeah.
It's good that there's some kind of interaction.
That's why I personally liked coming out to people in person, just because there was the ability to answer questions that they may have had if they had them at that initial point.
Even if someone didn't, it's not like you can't come back
right. Yep.
to the discussion later.
Yeah.
Once someone's kind of
Well, people are always going
taking
to
it
have...
in.
People will always have questions after the fact, after they've had a chance to think about what has been talked about. And
Would you say there were any hints that you can think of when I was growing up?
I mean, I guess I would say you were more tomboyish than anything else as a child, wearing the backwards hat, and but
Yeah.
that, I guess to me, that's still just
That's
kid.
just expression.
That's
that just
just
is
being a kid.
What about you, Mom?
One Christmas, we went shopping for the proverbial Christmas outfit, and there was no way we were going into the girls' department. We were dragged to the boys' department, and a navy blazer and tan pants were your Christmas outfit that year.
Yeah. Do you remember how old I was at that point?
6 or 7.
Way to go, little me. What has been the easiest part about me transitioning?
I mean, I guess I think that it's all been easy on my end. Other than, I don't mean it like that. I don't see there as like a defining, oh, this is like weight off my shoulders or anything. I don't know if there's any one thing that's easy. From my perspective, it's been pretty smooth sailing for us anyway.
Yeah. Mom, what about you?
It's hard to say. Probably not necessarily the easiest, but the most. What I didn't have to worry about was how the rest of the world seemed to perceive you. I mean, if you remember the thing that I was most concerned about when we went to talk to your psychologist was fear for your safety. And nothing has ever happened or that I've seen. Our community of friends have been very understanding and welcoming, and I mean, it's just been no big thing.
What would you say is the hardest part?
Well, I guess I'd put that on the hardest section, being that there are so many people who judge purely on how you title yourself, and because it's the other or different, it's not necessarily going to be something they appreciate or agree with and will respond in kind.
Has anyone found out about me and said stuff to you, or
no. I mean, so I have had friends where after the fact, oh, how is your family doing? What did you guys do? And I'll say, oh, I was with my parents and my brother and we did all this stuff, and they'll be like, so I don't know how to broach this subject, but did you have a sister? Did she die? Years before, I know who your family is. Like, they've never met you or anything, but just, it didn't bother me that you went from one to the other, and so I never,
had to
went
tell
out
anyone
and told
else.
anyone, especially if they're not within my super close circle. Like, we just happen to communicate with each other.
And Mom, you've had people come up to you and ask about the 2 daughters, and how have you gone through that?
Yeah, a lot of it depends on how close they are to me. If, some people that aren't part of our really close friend group, I'll just, they're fine. My son's in the cities, or my daughter's in Michigan, and if they catch the son and daughter that there are 2 different genders, that's fine. But we have had cases where we sent out our first Christmas card with the whole family, and it was obvious that I have a son and a daughter on this card. One person came up and was praising us for having the courage to make such a statement. And I'm going, what? No, we were just sending out Christmas greetings. What are you saying? Yeah,
because some people see trans people as just making a political statement in whatever case. And
well, I don't think that's what they meant either, but just that it was no big deal, really. The way we have looked at this, it's just that's you were you before, you were you after. You just have a different gender identity, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you're still the same child we've loved forever, so
Mm-hmm.
no big thing. And then there were another situation where...
How many situations, Mom?
Just two.
Okay.
I can have a situation too.
Yeah, oh, good.
Help, Mom. You don't. We'll give Jenny an example.
Okay, you go, Jen.
I mean, there are still pictures of
Mm-hmm.
the before you in the house, and someone had been over for hospice and happened to see a picture of Jeff playing the guitar from senior photos,
Mm-hmm.
and then asked me, "Oh, do you play guitar?" I said, "No, that's my brother," but not realizing, or like, "No, my brother plays," not realizing that she'd been looking at this picture.
Yeah.
And she didn't say anything, but I didn't catch it at all. Like, oh no, that's not me.
Just no. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a picture involved.
Yeah.
And the other thing I was going to bring up was some friends that had worked with my husband. We had sent the card to, and they hadn't seen us, well, since
Years, probably.
in quite a few years.
Yeah.
And hey, they called and said, "A lovely picture. Where's?"
Yeah.
Not realizing that
I was in it.
it's now Jeff.
Mm-hmm. The people want to know about our extended family and how our extended family reacted to things and how we came out. I wasn't there when the rest of our extended family found out. That would be you. You would know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think your dad did a lot of the phone calls. Said, "Been a few changes in the family." Would be his beginning spiel, and everybody was surprised, I would probably, but not shocked, terrified, or negative in any way.
And they did this without me knowing. They just went and did it.
I knew this was going to happen. Here we go.
You good?
Mm-hmm.
She's lying.